Hey, what's up? High ticket affiliate marketers and coaches. Got a couple of things I'm going to go through today. This very random video for you guys. So, if you are relatively new to this game, you're below $10,000 per month in your coaching or high ticket affiliate business, I'm going to give you guys some advice. And the advice was something that was fed to me. I didn't really believe it could be quite as simple as this to start with. And once I actually ingrained this idea into my business, things really took off. I was very fortunate though, because I was able to not only hear the advice, I was able to live through it myself. And the proof is in the pudding, right? In 14 months, the single funnel did over $1 million in revenue, following the advice that I'm about to drop for you guys as well. The advice is really simple. Pretty much was that if you're wanting to build a $1 million business online, you actually only need three things. Number one is a high ticket offer. Right? It needs to be commensurate with the value that you're providing. Now, if you're a coach, obviously that is your coaching, whether it be group or individual, although I would encourage you to have a group coaching offer, leverages your time a lot better, it allows for scaling, all that type of stuff. You actually only need, and of course, if you're an affiliate, then choose a high ticket one to go along with your portfolio. Like I say, it's lifetime customer value is going to be significantly more if you're promoting a high ticket offer, making $1,000 plus per month, or sorry, per sale, I should say. The other thing that you need is one traffic source to start with. This is a massive mistake that I see a lot of coaches and affiliates making, and something that I certainly did when I first got started as well, where I was trying to be everywhere at once. And while you can create a sense of omnipresence, yes, it's pretty damn hard when you're a solopreneur. And especially, it's that thing of the hound that chases many rabbits catches none. And for me, I was on Quora, and I was on YouTube, and I was on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest and email lists, and I had multiple chat bots, and I was going live on Facebook 4 times a day, 4 different groups. It was going crazy, completely unnecessary. When in reality, all I needed is actually only one traffic source. Now, things have changed a little bit. It's been a couple of years. I have a team that works for me now, so therefore I can afford to be on other platforms. I'm not spreading myself thin because I'm able to duplicate myself, right? Both with outsourcing a bunch of stuff that I do as part of my business and part of outsourcing some of the acquisition process that I do as well. Meaning that there is now more room in order for me to be able to create more and be more in more places at once, right? But you only need one to start with. Now, for me, that was Facebook. And what I've since refined is a process that allows me to take people through a very, very rapid nurturing process based on Facebook groups as a way to rapidly indoctrinate them, to build your credibility, build your authority in those Facebook groups, and as a result, be able to sell whatever you choose to if it aligns with you and the other person as well. No weird tactics, no high pressure crap, like it works, right? And that's also something that I've been able to teach to a whole bunch of other folks, which has been amazing to watch. Folks that have come in with little to no experience and cracking 50 or 60 sales in their first sort of 30, 40 days, which is just unbelievable, right? It's pretty cool stuff, right? So you only need one source, but it doesn't have to be Facebook. I mean, I love Facebook. I love the fact that you can extract data from people when you're talking to them and all that type of stuff through Facebook groups, which I find really, really cool. It doesn't have to be. It can be over on Pinterest, could be on YouTube, could be Instagram, you name it. Whatever social media channel you choose, just stick with one to start with, nail it, get good at it, figure it out, become a master at it, build your audience, build your tribe, build your equity within that audience before moving on, right? Really simple advice, but not many people are doing it, that I've seen at least anyway. Last one is have one singular point of conversion, one singular method of conversion. Again, this is real simple advice, but like I see a lot of folks that are kind of all over the place. And I reflect upon my own path because I was also all over the place to start with as well. And so I was had this nice funnel and this nice sequence one day. Then the next day, I might have perhaps a Google Doc. And the next day, I'm closing in Messenger. And the next day, I'm booking calls. Now, the way that my business is structured, the way that I've found the most success is when I've narrowed down and narrowed my focus down into one method of conversion. Now, don't get me wrong, I've sold millions of dollars worth of stuff over the phone or a Zoom call, sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff through a very simple Google Doc, and I've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff through messenger conversations, right? But again, I've been doing this for a little while, got a few skills, don't say that to brag, but I've also been able to outsource a whole bunch of stuff, which means that I do have the capacity to divert my attention ever so slightly without it impacting my business. Early on in the day, every time I start to find a little bit of success in my business, I'd go, okay, now it's time to add something else in. And all my attention would go from, say, booking calls over to closing with the Google Doc. And sure, I'd make some sales, but I'd lose the momentum on the other side of my business, right? So all this momentum that I've been building up through booking calls, selling through calls, all that type of stuff, that was all lowering as I tried to focus on closing with the Google Doc. They both work, right? They both work really well, but focus on one. Do yourself a favor, focus on one, get good at it before you move on. And once you do move on, figure out a way to replicate yourself, right? If you can do that, you're probably going to end up having a pretty good career online. Now, those 3 pieces of advice, or that one wrapped into 3 components, is obviously very, very simple. But I speak from experience, both because I've seen what happens when you do stay focused. Like say $1 million in 14 months or whatever it was, pretty cool, right? But I've also seen and felt what happens when I am not focused. Now the irony here is that I now have a range of different offers. I've got my core Ultimate Marketing Mastermind, that's what I spend the bulk of my focus on, but I've also got a range of low ticket offers that I have. Now these work in a slightly different capacity, and again, I really want to stress this, that once you nail the back end of things with your high ticket coaching, that's when you're going to be able to start throwing out these low ticket opportunities for folks to get ingrained into your world, and whether they be like masterclasses for say content or YouTube creation or whatever it is, right? These are the things that are basically little hooks to get buyers in, which then eventually, hopefully, will ascend to your higher ticket stuff. And if not to yours, maybe to someone else's as an affiliate, right? So anyway, that's my little rant for today. Hopefully this helps. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But seriously, one high ticket offer, just get good at it. If you're an affiliate, choose one. Ultimately, and ideally, I would say, needs to be something where you control the cart page. What I mean by that is if you're working on an ascension model, where it was like a low ticket front end, and then the sales happen to the high ticket happen beyond that, or a bit away from that. It's been a long weekend. Then you're also not able to control the acquisition of process in that way. So I would encourage you to control the cart page, and then get good at crafting that offer and wrapping your own gift wrapping around that. And once you do, then you're to be able to stand out above the other affiliates and the marketplace as well, right? So do that. So one method of conversion, one offer, one method of conversion. I would suggest booking calls is probably the easiest. Allows you to build rapport with the other person, see whether or not you like each other, whether you can actually help that other person out. It's not about just selling for the sake of selling. There are, a multitude of reasons why you might not want to work with people, especially if you're a coach, right? And then on the other side, just focus on the one traffic source to start with. Don't get caught up in the idea that you need to be everywhere at once. Do that later after you've figured out how to convert leads first, right? Figure the stuff out on one platform, get good at it, build your offer, keep refining your offer, and then you can have more capacity to then move on to other stuff later on. So anyway, that's today's rant. Thanks for joining me, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Hit the subscribe button if you want to stick around and get up to date with what I'm putting out. All right, see you.